So if there is a plane, in a plane, we can mark infinitely many points. Do you agree with that? Point is the basic unit of geometry. Everything in geometry is made up of points, made by connecting points. So if in a on a surface or in a plane, I want to mark points, I can mark infinitely many points. So right here on this space, which is empty, I could mark infinitely many points. Let us say I fix a point here. This is a point which is fixed for me. Fixed in the sense, points necessarily, like in general, points don't move, but fixed in the sense means I am taking this as the center for myself. So this is the point which will be there, and other points could be variables, means they could change, not their position, but the point could be changed. I could take a different point. So this is a fixed point, and around it there are infinitely many points. Out of these, I want to take only those points whose distance from this fixed point remains same. So I'm just randomly marking points. So there are, like, I am not able to mark as close as they should be, but right now you can see like there are so many points here, and the one which is fixed is right here. तो ये जो इसके आसपास पॉइंट्स है, मुझे इनमें से सिर्फ वो वाले पॉइंट्स चाहिए जिनका डिस्टेंस इस फिक्स्ड पॉइंट से इक्वल हो. So let us say there is a point right here which is A, and its distance from this fixed point is say 3 centimeters. And then there is another point B. इस point का distance B is fixed point से 3 centimeters है. So these two are equal. Let's say that the fixed point is O. So OA is equal to OB. So I could be able to find out infinitely many points around this point O, whose distance from this point O will remain same. So इसके around बहुत सारे points होंगे जिनका distance same रहेगा, which in this case right now I have assumed to be 3 centimeters. It's not necessary कि हमेशा 3 होगा. हम pick कर सकते हैं कि हमें कितने distance पे points collect करने हैं. Definition भी यही है, the collection of all the points in a plane. So if we have a plane, a surface in which there are infinitely many points, but we want to collect only those points which are at a fixed distance from a fixed point in the plane. So I fixed a point in the plane, और उसके around, उसके आसपास मैंने सिर्फ वो वाले points को trace करना है. Collection means I have to trace those points. So I have to trace only those points जिनका distance O से same हो. So अगर मेरे पास यहाँ पे points हैं जिनका distance 3 centimeters है O से, उन सभी को जब मैं join करूंगी, I will get this curved sort of boundary which will form, or simply is called a circle. The other way to define is by using the word locus. Locus means the path. Locus simply is path, the path of a point. Circle is the path of a point which moves around a fixed point. For example, you can consider a similar situation like the planets revolving around the sun, but उनका जो axis होता है, I think it's elliptical, it's not circular. So इस case में हम ये consider कर रहे हैं कि जो हमारा fixed point है उसके around एक point move कर रहा है. Imagine drawing a circle with the help of a compass. So जहाँ पे आप compass की needle place करते हो वो fixed point हो गया, and when you are moving that tip of the pencil around that fixed point, that is called path of a point. अगर सिर्फ आप टच करते हो वो एक पॉइंट मार्क हो जाएगा, बट you keep moving it until you reach back your starting point. So that path that you traced is the path of a point whose distance from the fixed point where the needle of the compass is placed remains same throughout. You want to ensure that the radius of the compass is not changed. So the size that you have picked for your compass is actually the radius, the distance of any point on the boundary of that circle from the fixed point. I hope I'm making sense. If anyone has questions here, can ask. सारी की सारी definitions इसी में से निकल आएंगी हमारे पास. जो हमारा fixed point था, that you all know is called the center of the circle. Any point on the boundary, if connected to the center, you will get a line segment. So line segment which joins the center to any point on the boundary. Right here as shown, O is the fixed point, P is a point on the boundary. So this line segment which joins the center to any point on the boundary is called the radius of the circle. So they have given a remark here that radius actually can be used in two senses. One is as a line segment which connects the center to any point on the boundary. And secondly, it can also be used as the measurement of that line segment. So radius simply would be line segment which joins a point to another point, in this case the center to a point on the boundary, whereas radius is the measurement of that, the length of that line segment. And then the fixed distance itself is the radius of the circle, as I indicated. Now I've used it in two senses: the line segment which connected the center to the boundary point, secondly the distance which we are making sure is fixed in this case. And then afterwards you have parts of a plane when you draw a circle. So every time you draw a plane figure, circle in this case is a plane figure. So when you draw a plane figure, the plane is divided into three parts. One is the interior of that figure, one is the exterior, and the third is the boundary of the figure. And the portion that belongs to that plane figure is the interior and the boundary. Exterior is not a part of that plane figure. In this case, as they have shown here, they have taken a plane, they have drawn a circle, they have shown that the circle is this black curved boundary, exterior is in blue, interior is in white, and these are the three parts. Inside is called interior, outside is called exterior, and the circle itself, the boundary is called the circle itself. And then this circle, this is the boundary, and the interior, they make up the circular region. So agar aapko koi puchta hai ki what's the circular region, a point lies in the circular region, the point could be in the interior or it could be on the boundary. So you should be aware of that. All these things you have done in your junior classes. I'm just making you revise. At any point, if you have a question, please ask. Then we move on to the terms which are used in relation with a circle. So first of all, I'm going to mention what the circumference is. ये जो circle हमने draw किया, ये जो boundary है इसकी, इस boundary को हम क्या बोल देंगे? Circumference. Basically, it is the perimeter of the circle. Circle का अगर हमें perimeter measure करना है, perimeter means the length of the boundary. तो अगर हम measure करना चाहते हैं, what is the length of the boundary of this circle, then we call that length obtained as the perimeter of actually a plane figure. But circle के case में हमने इसका special नाम रखा है, we call it a circumference. Then any line segment which joins two boundary points, one point on the circle to another point on the circle, from one end to the other end, anywhere, not necessarily passing through the center. It could pass through the center, it may not pass through the center, is called chord of the circle. You have these on the next page. Right here, figure 10.5. So a line segment which joins two boundary points, 2 points on the circle are joined by a line segment, then that line segment is called chord of the circle. Now this may or may not pass through the center. Every chord doesn't necessarily pass through the center, but in case a chord passes through the center, it is in that case the longest chord, and it is made up of two radii forming a straight line segment. So in this case, if you look at the line segment AB, it actually joins points A and B. A and B are two boundary points. AB is a chord, but it is a special chord which passes through the center, and it will be the longest chord. It is also called the diameter of the circle. Diameter is actually made up of two radii pointing in opposite directions, forming an angle of 180 degrees. So in this case, as you can see, OA is the radius, OB is the radius. So AB is actually twice the radius. Diameter again can be used in two ways. One will be in the sense that it is a line segment or a chord which joins 2 points on the circle and passes through the center. Both conditions are important. It joins 2 points on the circle. Secondly, it passes through the center. It must pass through the center. It is also called the longest chord of the circle. And in case of length, agar hum measurement ki baat kare, it is twice the size of the radius. And then afterwards, if the circumference, I've already told you what circumference is. If on the circumference you just mark 2 points. So right in this case, in figure 10.6, P and Q are two random points on the circumference, and the part of the circumference lying between these 2 points. Keep in mind, I'm talking about the circumference. Circumference will refer to this blue boundary. So P और Q के बीच में boundary का जो हिस्सा आ रहा है, I could go from one point to another point moving along the boundary. That part will be called arc of the circle. So अगर मुझे P point से Q point तक जाना, I could follow this path from P to Q or Q to P, and then the other path that I could follow is from this side. So these two are actually the arcs of the circle. And as you can see, depending on the size, we call them the minor and the major arc. But I would give you a specific definition once we have discussed this. How do you know whether an arc is a minor arc or a major arc? Then they have just separated those and shown that. This was the arcs are formed when you have parts of the circumference. आपने boundary के दो हिस्से कर दिए, एक smaller part है, एक बड़ा part है. Then afterwards, we can also divide the area of the circle. Now, area refers to the surface enclosed within the boundary. तो अगर हम सर्कल की बात करें, सर्कल की जो बाउंड्री है उसके अंदर जितना भी सरफेस इंक्लूडेड है, बाउंड है उसकी बाउंड्री से, दैट इज कॉल्ड द एरिया ऑफ द सर्कल. उस एरिया को भी हम डिवाइड कर सकते हैं इन अ फ्यू वेज. द फर्स्ट वे इज बाय ड्रॉइंग अ कॉर्ड. तो ये हमारे पास एक सर्कल है. सर्कल में आप सिंपली अगर एक कॉर्ड ड्रॉ कर देते हो, let us say we have a circle and we draw a chord of the circle. What happens is the area within this circle gets divided into two regions. Now this region, this is area, and this is the other part of the area of the circle. These two portions are called segments as shown in figure 10.8. And to define these, the word used is segment. And we say segment is actually area of the circle lying between the circumference and a chord. Or you can simply say, अगर हम सर्कल में chord draw करते हैं तो जो दो हिस्से बनते हैं उनको हम segments बोलते हैं. Please remember, this is extremely important because next year there is a chapter in reference to circles, area related to circles, और उसमें आपको segment का और sector का area निकालने के लिए आप, like there are questions based on that. So unless you are aware of what these parts are, you won't be able to understand that. So keep in mind, segment is created when we draw a chord. The area, the larger area, which actually contains the center. If you look at this part over 10.8 in this figure, you can simply judge that this portion will definitely, the one shaded in blue, will contain the center of the circle. So the portion which contains the center will be your major segment and the other one will be your minor segment. Again, just like arc, iske liye bhi specific, there is a fixed way in which you can actually know without even looking at the center कि lie कर रहा है कि नहीं कर रहा. आपके पास हर बार figure में center marked हो, it's not necessary. So then we have the area of the circle bound by two radii and the circumference. तो अगर हम circle में दो radii draw करते हैं, the plural of radius is radii. I hope everyone knows. Let's say this is the circle with center O and I'll just draw two radii. So you can simply draw two radii for the circle. The region that's enclosed within that. So this right here, as you can see, is these are the radii of the circle. This is a radius connecting center to a boundary point, and this is also the radius connecting center to the boundary point. इनके बीच में जो एरिया आ रहा है, you could take this area, the smaller portion, and you could take this portion which is larger in size. This usually looks like a pizza slice. The simplest way to remember this is called sector of the circle. Sector of a circle will be the area of circle bound by two radii and circumference. I hope it's clear what we have here. Now I said कि fixed way क्या है पता करने का कि स्मॉलर सेक्टर कौन सा है जिसको हम माइनर सेक्टर बोलेंगे, या फिर बड़ा वाला सेक्टर कौन सा है जिसको मेजर सेक्टर बोलेंगे. द वर्ड माइनर एंड मेजर, दे एक्चुअली डिपेंड ऑन द सेंट्रल एंगल दैट्स फॉर्म्ड बाय द,
Ma'am,
सॉरी,
can you explain again the sector?
इन केस ऑफ अ सर्कल, अगर हमारे पास कोई सर्कल है और उसमें आप 2 रेडियस ड्रॉ करते हो, आपके पास सर्कल है, आप इस सर्कल के 2 रेडियस ड्रॉ कर लो. Let's draw, let's say this is a, this is now radius. You could draw another one. Let's draw this one. This is also radius. अब ये जब आपने 2 रेडियस ड्रॉ किए, सर्कल के एरिया के 2 हिस्से हो गए. वैसे सर्कल का ये पूरा एरिया था. दिस वाज द एरिया ऑफ द सर्कल. नाउ व्हाट हैपेंड व्हेन आई हैव ड्रॉन दीज 2 रेडियाई, प्लूरल फॉर रेडियस. So when I draw these 2 radii in this circle, what happens is ये जो अंदर वाली जगह थी, इसके 2 हिस्से हो गए. एक ये वाला एरिया बन गया आपके पास और एक ये वाला एरिया बन गया. ये जो एरियाज बने हैं रेडियस ड्रॉ करने की वजह से, इन एरियाज को हम बोलते हैं सेक्टर्स. इनमें से एक स्मॉलर है और एक बड़ा है. द स्मॉलर वन इज कॉल्ड द माइनर सेक्टर, द लार्जर वन इज कॉल्ड द मेजर सेक्टर.
Okay, ma'am.
And the best way to identify whether your sector is minor or major, whether your segment is minor or major, whether your arc is minor or major, what we do is we take those boundary points. In all these cases, चाहे आप arc draw कर रहे हो, चाहे आप segment draw कर रहे हो, चाहे आप sectors draw कर रहे हो, you will get 2 boundary points. So join those boundary points to the center of the circle and observe the angle formed at the center. That's called the angle subtended by the arc at the center of the circle. तो इस केस में अगर हम वापस जाएं आर्क के केस में, यहाँ पे इस फिगर में, फिगर 10.6, अगर मैं मार्क करती हूँ सेंटर को बाय पॉइंट O और इन पॉइंट्स को P और Q, आपको 2 पॉइंट्स नजर आ रहे हैं बाउंड्री पे. Once again, we are looking for the angle formed when these 2 points on the boundary are connected to the center. So ये जो बाउंड्री पॉइंट्स है इनको आप सेंटर से कनेक्ट करोगे, ऑब्वियसली ये रेडियस बन जाएंगे. यहाँ पे एक एंगल बनेगा, एक एंगल इस तरफ बन रहा है, एक एंगल इस तरफ बन रहा है. इफ द एंगल इज लेस देन 180 degrees, you will call it minor. If the angle is more than 180, you will call it major. In case the angle is equal to 180, then the arc is actually the semicircle, half the circle. This is the simplest way. If you could define half the circle is called semicircle. लेकिन अगर हमारे पास बाउंड्री पे 2 पॉइंट्स हैं और इन बाउंड्री पॉइंट्स को जब हमने सेंटर के साथ कनेक्ट किया तो जो एंगल बना, इट इज 180 degrees. That would mean PQ is a straight line segment. Then the arc is the circumference. Remember, ये जो बाउंड्री है आपकी, एरिया नहीं कंसिडर कर रहे हम, सिर्फ ये वाली बाउंड्री, इसको हम बोलते हैं सेमी सर्कल, हाफ सर्कल. सेम वे ऑन द अदर साइड, ये जो बाउंड्री है. प्रोट्रैक्टर होती है, प्रोट्रैक्टर की शेप ये होती है, राइट, लाइक लेटर डी. तो इसमें अगर आपको सेमी सर्कल आइडेंटिफाई करना हो, सेमी सर्कुलर आर्क आइडेंटिफाई करनी हो, तो सिर्फ ये कर्व्ड वाली होगी. दिस इज द सेमी सर्कुलर आर्क. The line segment which you can see at the bottom is actually the diameter. So keep in mind, semicircle is actually half the circumference. आगे हमने formulae करने हैं. You will have questions based on this, whether we are dealing with a semicircle or we are dealing with a shape like this. Simply state करें, bangle होती है आपके पास, glass bangle होती है. It's a circle. उसको अगर हम exactly halves में break कर लें, it's not possible, but imagine breaking that glass bangle into 2 equal halves. C letter form होगा, तो वो जो C letter है, those are called the semicircles. The boundary, this line segment is not a part of the semicircle. Although जब हम area की बात करते हैं, area of the semicircle, then we say that the area which is bound by the semicircular arc and the diameter, that's called the area of the semicircle. This area. This is the area of the semicircle. But semicircle itself is this half arc from point P to point Q along the boundary. वो curved boundary अगर हम measure करें उसको हम semicircle बोलेंगे. And to identify minor arc, major arc, जो ये बाउंड्री पॉइंट्स हैं इनको आप सेंटर से ज्वाइन करते हो. ये जो सेंटर पे एंगल बन रहा है एक इस तरफ बनता है एक इस तरफ बन रहा है, यूजुअली इज मार्क्ड बाय थीटा, लाइक दिस हीरो, और इसके सेंटर में वर्टिकल या आप कर्व लाइन ड्रॉ कर सकते हो. लुक्स लाइक लेटर ओ बट इट्स एक्चुअली थीटा, अ ग्रीक लेटर यूजुअली रिप्रेजेंटिंग अननोन्स. सो यहाँ पे हमारे पास जो सेंट्रल एंगल होगा, if it is less than 180, you will call the arc or the segment or the sector minor. Otherwise, if it is greater than 180, you will call it major arc, major segment, or major sector. And in case theta becomes equal to 180, you have two equal parts of the circle. Those two equal parts will actually be semicircular regions. The arcs will be semicircular arcs. Any questions at this point? All right. Let's go over exercise 10.1. You can do this in the book, page number 171. First is fill in the blanks. The center of the circle lies. You have options here, interior or exterior.
Interior.
Interior.
Then second one, take a moment and read it. There is a point whose distance from the center is greater than the radius. Where would that point be?
Exterior.
Interior.
Interior.
Let us say we have a circle with center O. This represents the radius. Let us say radius is 5 centimeters. Now there is the point whose distance from this center, सेंटर से डिस्टेंस इससे बड़ा लेना है, 5 से बड़ा लेना है, तो वो पॉइंट कहाँ पे होना चाहिए? अंदर होना चाहिए, बाउंड्री पे होना चाहिए, बाहर होना चाहिए?
Exterior.
It would be in the
Exterior.
Yes, it would be in the exterior. All the points which lie on the boundary have a distance equal to the radius. The points which lie in the interior, their distance from the center will be less than the radius. और जो points बाहर होंगे उनका distance radius से ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, दूर चले गए वो center से. The longest chord of a circle is a dash of the circle.
Diameter.
Diameter. Now, right at this point, they have used the word a diameter. How many diameters are possible for a circle?
Infinite.
Infinite.
And how many radii are possible?
Infinite.
And what about chords of a circle?
Infinite.
Infinite chords of a circle, because there are
Infinite.
infinitely many points on the boundary. You can have infinitely many chords for a circle. Fourth one, an arc is a dash when its ends are the ends of a diameter.
Semicircle.
Semicircle. This is the condition that we are applying कि arc बनती है अगर हम boundary पे 2 points mark करते हैं, और अगर वो points हम diameters के ends consider करें, like right here in this circle, अगर मैं diameter draw कर देती हूँ, let us say I draw the diameter. Now I want to take the points on the boundary, these two. So if I'm moving on the boundary, the distance from point P to point Q, what will it be? This arc now becomes a semicircle.
Sure.
Fifth one, the segment of a circle is the region between an arc and dash of the circle. Segment कब बनता है?
Chord.
When you draw a chord of the circle. A circle divides the plane on which it lies in dash parts.
3 parts.
This applies to any plane figure. आप कोई भी plane figure draw करते हो, plane हमेशा 3 parts में divide होगा. Then we have true or false. Line segment joining the center to any point on the circle is called radius of the circle.
True.
This is true. This is definition for the radius.
True.
A circle has only finite number of equal chords.
False.
False.
If you want to draw chords of the same length, there are infinitely many possibilities because a circle has infinitely many chords. If a circle is divided into 3 equal arcs, each is a major arc.
False.
False.
Once again, the easiest way to identify whether an arc is a major arc or a minor arc will be to look at the angle it forms at the center. So यहाँ पे हमारे को 3 equal arcs draw करनी है. What I'm going to do is I'm going to mark points on the boundary. Let's say there are, now I can see 3 arcs. And assuming कि ये तीनों equal हैं, what do you think these will be? These will be major or minor? You will look at the
Major.
angle they form at the center. So you can just simply join the endpoints of these arcs at the center and look at the central angle of each of these. और अगर arcs equal हैं तो ये जो central angle बनेंगे ये भी equal होंगे. आपके पास आगे ये result है. If the 3 arcs are equal, the angles these 3 arcs subtend or make at the center will also be equal. Now, in that case, you can take each of these angles as x, and since they are forming a complete angle together, now you can see x comes out to be 120 degrees, which is less than 180 degrees. That means the arc is a minor arc. Then chord of a circle which is twice as long as the radius is diameter of the circle.
True.
This is true.
True.
This will be only possible if that chord will pass through the center, and in that case, the chord becomes diameter of the circle. Sector is the region between chord and corresponding arc.
False.
This is false. This is false. It's the area between 2 radii and the corresponding arc. A circle is a plane figure.
True.
True. That's true. So this is all with exercise 10.1. Do revise or go through all the definitions that you have done before this. The summary is there at the end. If you are not clear about any of these terms, the terminology is very important. So if you're not clear with any of the terms, please let me know. I'll discuss again. After this, we have a very important term we will be referring to: angle subtended by a chord at a point. Angle subtended would mean the angle formed by a chord. So chord, you are aware, at a point. So angle is always subtended at a point. That point will actually become the vertex जहां पे angle बन रहा है. तो हमारे पास अगर एक
Ma'am?
yes,
Ma'am, what is the meaning of subtended?
subtended would be actually formed here. Simplest way to say what subtended means is formed, the angle that is formed. इसको अगर हम technical terms में consider करें तो ये it implies that when you join the end points of the chord to a point, angle subtended by a chord would mean the angle which is formed when the end points of that chord are joined to a point. That point could be the center of the circle, or it could be a point on the boundary. हम सिर्फ 2 ही cases consider करेंगे: angle subtended by a chord at a point on the boundary, on the circumference. The second case would be angle subtended by a chord at the center. So I'll just draw a figure and see if that helps. So let us say we have a circle with center O. Okay, before we proceed, I'll just give you one more thing here. जब हम प्लेन फिगर्स को रेफर करते हैं, हमारे पास उनका नाम रखने का तरीका होता है. ट्राइंगल का नेम रखना है, इट्स वेरी इजी. टेक द वर्टिसेस, पुट देम इन साइक्लिक ऑर्डर ABC. Quadrilateral है ABCD, 4 vertices, write them together in cyclic order, you will get the name of the quadrilateral. In case of a circle, when you want to name a circle, you will say circle. In the brackets, you are going to write down its center and the radius. अगर आपको रेडियस पता है तो रेडियस की मेजरमेंट लिख दो. अगर आपको रेडियस नहीं पता तो हम सिंपली लिख सकते हैं सर्कल O, R. So this would mean a circle whose center is O and the radius is R. तो अगर इसी यहाँ पे सेम जगह पे मैं एक और सर्कल ड्रॉ कर दूं, let us say I have another circle and इसका रेडियस 2 सेंटीमीटर्स ले लेते हैं, इसका रेडियस 5 सेंटीमीटर्स ले लेते हैं. तो जब मैंने इनका नाम लिखना है, इसका नाम लिखा जाएगा O,5 सेंटीमीटर्स और इसका नाम लिखा जाएगा सर्कल P,2 सेंटीमीटर्स. So a circle whose center is P, we simply say circle with center P and radius 2 centimeters. So circle with center O, radius 5 centimeters. तो हमारे पास अगर कोई सर्कल है, हम इस सर्कल में कॉर्ड ड्रॉ कर लेते हैं. Let us draw a chord. Now we want to find out what will be the measure of the angle formed by this chord at any point. अब any point बोल रहे हैं, point तो बहुत सारे बन सकते हैं इस प्लेन में, लेकिन हमने सिर्फ 2 पॉइंट्स की बात करनी है. या हम सेंटर पॉइंट की बात कर सकते हैं या फिर हम बाउंड्री पॉइंट की बात कर सकते हैं. तो आपके पास इस केस में AB is a chord and let us take a point on the boundary. So P is a boundary point. Technically बोले, it's this point on the circumference. So P is a point on the circumference. We already have marked the center. तो अब मैंने क्या करना है, इस chord के जो end points हैं उनको P के साथ join कर दो. So use line segments joining point A with point P and point B with point P. So ये जो एंगल बनेगा यहां पे, angle APB, this is the angle subtended by chord AB at point P. सिमिलरली अगर आपको एंगल देखना है कि सेंटर पे कौन सा बन रहा है, तो आप क्या कर सकते हो, इस कॉर्ड के एंड पॉइंट्स को आप सेंटर से ज्वाइन कर सकते हो. सो इफ आई ज्वाइन पॉइंट O विद A एंड पॉइंट O विद B, तो यहाँ पे एक एंगल बनेगा, एंगल AOB. This angle is called the angle subtended by the chord at the center of the circle. The point where the angle is subtended becomes the vertex. Remember, we will be taking 2 cases. एक हमारे पास boundary point होगा. Usually it could be on any side, not necessarily on the major arc. It could even be on the minor arc. Let me show you one on the minor arc. कॉर्ड जब ड्रॉ की है, हमारे पास सर्कल के 2 हिस्से हो गए. मैंने पॉइंट P जो मार्क किया है, मैंने मेजर आर्क पे मार्क किया है. आई कुड मार्क अ पॉइंट ऑन द माइनर आर्क ऑल्सो. सो लेट्स मार्क अ पॉइंट हियर, Q. Q is a point on the minor arc. And I could find out what is the angle subtended by this chord at point Q as well by joining the endpoints of this chord to this point on the boundary. So this angle right here, AQB. This will be the angle which is subtended by the chord at the boundary point. Angle and vertex are actually different. जिस points की हम बात कर रहे हैं, जिस point से आप जिस point के साथ आप ends को connect कर रहे हो, वो point vertex बनेगा. आप angle को itself vertex नहीं बोल सकते. Angle के parts होते हैं, जो arms होंगी, those arms will be the line segments connecting the ends of the chord to that point. The vertex will actually be the point जहां पे हम बात कर रहे हैं angle बन रहा है. Anyone else with questions here? There are so many questions and so many results based on this concept, angle subtended by a chord at a point. हम इसको arc की terms में भी बोल सकते हैं. You could also write down the angle which is formed by an arc or subtended by an arc at a point. Exactly in the same way, क्योंकि arc के भी end points होंगे. तो जब आपने find out करना है what is the angle subtended by the arc at any point, तो उस arc के end points को said point के साथ connect कर दो.